Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's Nicky D, and welcome back to the Nicky D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2020 or NFL Predictions Week 10 show, where we have 14 games this week. We have 4 teams that have byes: the Cleveland Browns, the Green Bay Packers, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Seattle Seahawks all have the week off. So, out of the 14 games, I'll let you know who I think is going to win. I'll let you know who I think is going to lose. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have a wonderful day, and without further ado, let's get to our first matchup of the week on the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 10 show. We have the Thursday night football with the 4-5 Cincinnati Bengals going on the road to M&T Stadium to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And honestly, I like this matchup. Joe Burrow versus Lamar Jackson. I think it's going to be a great matchup. I expect Joe Burrow to have a couple touchdown passes, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think Lamar Jackson's going to have another great game. I think Derrick Henry's going to have another great game running the football. I expect Baltimore to get to at least 30 points, as I'm picking the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. And now the Sunday football, we go to Munich, Germany for this one, as we have the 2-7 Giants facing off against the 2-7 Carolina Panthers. And I think Daniel Jones is finally going to have himself a decent game. He had himself a decent game last week with a pair of touchdown passes against the Commanders, but he's facing the Carolina Panthers this week, who do not look well defensively. I do think it's going to be a close game, but I'm picking the New York Giants to beat the Carolina Panthers. And our next matchup, we have Drake May and the 2-7 New England Patriots going on the road into Soldier Field to take on Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. And I think New England has been struggling all season because of their defense. Every time the offense can finally get a score in, the defense surrenders one. And I think Caleb Williams is going to be able to take advantage of that this week. I'd love to see my New England Patriots win this week, but I really don't think they have it in them. I think they're fighting for a draft spot. So I'm going to pick the Chicago Bears to beat the New England Patriots. And our next matchup, we have Josh Allen and the 7-2 Buffalo Bills going on the road to Lucas Oil Stadium to take on the 4-5 Indianapolis Colts. And I do think this could be a close game in the first half. Buffalo really struggled last week in the first half against the Dolphins, but were being able to pull it out in the second half. And I'm expecting the same result here this week. I think Josh Allen will probably get himself at least 2 or 3 touchdown passes. And I'm picking the Buffalo Bills to beat the Indianapolis Colts. And our next matchup on the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 10 show, we have Bo Nix and the 5-4 Denver Broncos going on the road to Arrowhead Stadium to take on the 8-0 Kansas City Chiefs. And I don't think this game is going to be that close, honestly. Denver really struggled against good competition last week in Baltimore, getting blown out. And Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce will have no problem blowing out a rival in Denver. I mean, Denver's really got to figure out what they're going to do, but I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to beat the Denver Broncos. And our next matchup, we have Kirk Cousins and the 6-3 Atlanta Falcons going on the road into the Bayou to take on the 2-7 New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints fired their head coach last week after the Saints losing to the Carolina Panthers, so I don't expect any big-time game from New Orleans. They've lost 7 straight. They've really been struggling as a team, and I don't think that losing streak is going to come to an end this week. I'm picking the Atlanta Falcons to beat the New Orleans Saints. And our next matchup, we have the 4-4 San Francisco 49ers going on the road to Raymond James Stadium to take on the 4-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I really think this is going to be a high-scoring game. Baker Mayfield is having one of the best seasons of his career, leading the NFL in passing yards. And Brock Purdy and George Kittle are a really good dynamic duo. And if they can get Christian McCaffrey back soon, that will definitely do wonders for the San Francisco offense. And but I think that Brock Purdy's got a legendary performance in him. I think it's going to come down to whoever has the ball last, as I'm picking the San Francisco 49ers to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And up next on the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 10 show, we've got what, in my opinion, is the game of the week. The 6-2 Pittsburgh Steelers going on the road into the nation's capital to take on Jalen Daniels and the Washington Commanders. And honestly, I think this comes down to how will Jalen Daniels perform against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. If the Pittsburgh Steelers defense gets home often and early, expect this to be a low-scoring game. But if Jalen Daniels can break out of the pocket, make some crucial throws, get some crucial runs against the defense when he needs to, this could be a high-scoring game. I'm picking the Washington Commanders to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. And in our next matchup, we have the 6-2 Minnesota Vikings going on the road to Duval County to take on Sunshine Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Minnesota, I think, is going to come out of the gates early in this game. I think Minnesota is going to establish themselves in the first half. They really struggled to last week against the Colts, being down 7-0 at the half. So I think they've got a lot to prove in the first half. But I think Minnesota does not make this a contest, as I'm picking the Minnesota Vikings to put the beat down on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And our next matchup, we have the 2-6 Tennessee Titans going on the road to take on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers. And I think Justin Herbert is going to have himself a great game. I expect him to get at least 2 or 3 touchdown passes in this game. I think Tennessee's defense is one of the worst defenses in the NFL. And I think that the Chargers are going to have no problem exposing that this week. I'm picking the LA Chargers to beat the Tennessee Titans. And our next matchup, we have Jalen Hurts and the 6-2 Philadelphia Eagles going on the road into Arlington to take on the 3-5 Dallas Cowboys. And Dallas has really struggled playing at home. Their wins come on the road. There's no denying that. And I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a big game because of that. I understand this is a must-win for the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe if they were at Lincoln Financial, it could be a different story that they just play different on the road. I mean, what do you want to say? I mean, I think Jalen Hurts is going to come out with an all-star performance, as I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles to put the beat down on the Dallas Cowboys. And up next on the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 10 show, we have Aaron Rodgers and the 3-6 New York Jets going on the road to Glendale to take on Kyler Murray and the 5-4 Arizona Cardinals. And honestly, don't sleep on the Arizona Cardinals. Coming into this week, they are the only team in the NFC West with a winning record. Don't sleep on the Cardinals. Now, the New York Jets have been the type of team some last week will show up, but most of the time they really haven't been able to show up, taking a loss to the New England Patriots 2 weeks ago. So I'm picking the Arizona Cardinals to beat the New York Jets. And our next matchup is Sunday Night Football, as we got the 7-1 Detroit Lions going on the road to take on C.J. Stroud and the 6-3 Houston Texans. And I think this is the only other game on the schedule that could consist with Pittsburgh and Washington's game of the week. I think this is two of the NFL's best quarterbacks right now going at it in Jared Goff versus C.J. Stroud. And I expect this to be a very high-scoring affair. I think Detroit is used to playing in high-scoring games, which is why I would give them the advantage here. And I think Detroit's 7-1 start is going to get even better. I'm picking the Detroit Lions to beat the Houston Texans. And now, Monday Night Football, we have the 2-6 Miami Dolphins going on the road to SoFi Stadium to take on the 4-4 LA Rams. And I think LA is going to have a big game on Monday night. Matthew Stafford has been playing well, and now they're getting star receivers back. Cooper Kupp's back, Puka's back, and I think LA's offense could go back to scoring 30 points a game like they did a few years ago. And Miami has been really struggling to get wins because of the quarterback position, and I don't think they're going to get a win this week either. I think Matthew Stafford has a big game. I think Cooper Kupp gets at least 2 touchdown catches in this game, as I'm picking the LA Rams to beat the Miami Dolphins. And that was the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 10 show. We have 14 games this week. I broke them down for you. I let you know who I think is going to win. I let you know who I think is going to lose. What's your favorite game of the week this weekend? Let me know that and more in the comments section below. And don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have a wonderful day. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.